Me and Jerry just picked up the set of 3 tires. We're now going to head back home, and I'm gonna throw these on, and I'm probably gonna throw the exhaust and fix the oil pan. So I just fished my catalytic converter delete. Fished it out of the Connex, and I'm missing 2 bolts on this side, because when am I never missing bolts? So I found 2 bolts that are gonna work. I just gotta cut them down a little bit because they're a little long. So I'm gonna cut these down, go throw this on the car so that it doesn't sound like a NASCAR, and it's gonna mess up my my everything in the engine. So I'm gonna go put that on, and then I want to put the fender back on because the wheels look really cool on it. So I'm gonna throw that fender back on, and then I have a shifter coming in the mail. It's a short shifter, so I'm gonna run that weighted shift knob that's on there, but with that short shifter it'll feel really nice. So the shifter's coming in, this needs to go on, and then because of that leak in the oil pan, we're going to do kind of a patch job on it. I've done some research on it, and they said most of the time you can use JB Weld and get away with it, and it's not like too bad, especially if it's a small little leak like mine. So we're gonna go out there, drain the oil, patch it with some JB Weld, let it completely cure, and then put the oil back in and go from there. But for now, let's get started with these bolts, and we'll go put that delete back in. The shifter just came in, so we're gonna open this up, make sure it's got all the bushings and everything that we'll need, and we're gonna go put it in the car. It's a little dark out because it's winter time, so now it's starting to get darker faster. That's okay. And it does appear to have everything that we'll need. So let's go out to the car and start installing stuff. So we're here inside the car. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out and install our brand new short shifter and make sure it shifts okay. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video on how to do this, so I'm not gonna be able to record. If you are wanting to do this same thing, I recommend looking it up because there's great YouTube videos out there for it. So it is now the next morning. I got the Miata up on some 4x4s so I can get up underneath of the engine bay a little bit better. I'm now going to try and find the oil leak and patch it, and I will update you as I go. So I know I might get some hate in the comments about using this JB Weld stuff, but I'm about to explain to you why I'm using JB Weld, because I just found the crack and it's so small I could put my finger over it and it'd be fine. You see this little dot of oil right here? That's where it's coming out of. And if I wipe it off, you can see how small of a little crack that is. It is incredibly small. So you can see the oil coming out of it slowly. We are going to hit it with a degreaser, prep it all super well, and go ahead and stick that JB weld up there and let it cure 100%, and we should be good to go. Now that I have located the leak, I've cleaned it, sanded it, made it super nice clean metal. Now I'm going to start mixing up some of this putty and get it stuck up there. I definitely went a little bit overboard with it, but I'd rather too much than too little. So now, oil pan fixed. That's another thing on our checklist. Now there's a few small little things like bolting down the seat and random little like tiny things that'll take me 2 seconds. But everything else that is majorly wrong that I needed to get done should be done now. But the next thing that is needed is welding that differential. Not going to be a fun job, but it needs to get done because drifting without it won't be as good as it can be. So we're going to weld that differential pretty soon, probably in the next episode. But currently we got it back to a running, driving car without any main mechanical issues. And we now have a good baseline to start our build at. So just like and subscribe, follow along with this build because we're getting so close to finally being able to do our first road test. So thank you for following along so far, and if you've been watching it, thank you very much. Anybody else that you know that likes cars, tell them to come watch. So thank you all for sticking around so far, and I'll see you in the next video.